first of all, people got to understand Miss Lawrence's family with Fat Joe. Let's get one out the gate. We family. We got a whole family. We love each other. We salute each other. Last time I seen you in the middle of the Essence Fest, and I jumped on you, and I was like,
"Listen, I laughed at that. I just told Relish Terrell, I was like, oh my God. I remember when I saw Joe at Essence, he was like, I didn't know how to take it because I was like, I don't know. Is he being for real? Or is he joking? He was like, Lawrence, I told him you was my friend. They ain't believe me.
Yeah, Lawrence,
and I was like, is he trying it?
Your friends was looking like they saw a Martian. Like, no, not that, no, the gangster. Like, yo, I love Lawrence. What's the problem? Right? Now, Lawrence, I don't know everything, so I might sound stupid. The question...
I appreciate it. We need more of this, mother people, just to keep it real. You have a level of, and not in a reading way, a level of ignorance when it comes to the Black queer and Black trans community. And it's okay. But the fact that you want to know and you genuinely want to have a conversation so that you can know and be on the right side of life and the right side of love, it warms my heart so much. And that's why I said thank you, because we need more of this,
It will. This is going to start everything. This is why this is the biggest show in the game. We have opened the door for this to happen. You'll see more requests now. You'll see everybody understanding this is what the fuck we do. Now, the question. So we would call you a transgender, right?
No, I'm not trans. I don't identify as trans. I am gender nonconforming, which means I'm a Black, gay, gender nonconforming individual, which means that I don't conform or I don't adhere or accept what society for so long has said a man or woman should look and act like, especially based on toxic masculinity. I don't subscribe to those things. And so I am a part of the gender nonconforming side of the spectrum. And so I'm not a trans person. I don't come from the trans experience, but I understand it and I know it because I have a lot of trans daughters, sisters, and mothers within the LGBTQ community.
The question is, Lawrence, was you born gay? Was you born gay?
Yes, I was born this way. Yes, I was born gay. Very gay, honey. I came out the womb wanting lip gloss, honey.
Don't go. Turn up too quick. It might scare them. Listen, Lawrence, so you was born at what age? How did your family start to notice? How did you know you were different than the other boys? How did this come about?
My story is not the typical story that we see a lot of, which is I don't have a coming out story. I've always borrowed and extracted from my feminine side. I've always been very in tune with it, and it's natural for me. And I learned of my attraction for the same sex, for men, when I learned about what attraction was, when I learned what, made me raise my eyebrow, you know what I'm saying, or made me get excited. So I never hid that. I always honored what I felt on the inside, but that's not the case with a lot of people. A lot of people have this idea that are gay, especially in the Black gay space, that they have to wait or that they have to hide because they're afraid that society won't lend them love if they embrace and honor who they really, really are. I've been blessed not to have that story, but I have my own side of things that I think are that have been unfortunate.
But Lawrence, you never had that moment like when you had to break it to your mother and father, so they already...
No, I never had a moment like, Mom, I'm gay, or Daddy, I'm gay. It was very much, why you wearing them pants? Or why you got that lip gloss on? Or why? And I'm like, because this is what I want to wear. This is what I want to do. I'm sorry. Now, it wasn't easy. My mother, my father, my sister, they was like, what is going on? I don't get this, but they never. Okay.
You do understand this would be like a hard moment for a parent, right? So
Yes.
you me and my wife, we have a boy, right? And then it's a boy, and his name is gonna be Achilles, and these women, and then that moment when they have to deal with realizing that their son is gay. That's a powerful moment, Lawrence, where a lot of people go into denial.
Yes.
And can't come to that and be like, oh, my son is gay or my daughter's gay.
Right. Because those parents, that family, let themselves down. The child that's gay or that is wanting to identify as trans or gender nonconforming, they didn't let them down. They are just simply honoring who they are because our families set a certain typical heteronormative idea and expectation on their life, which you don't control. You don't control. You set yourselves up for disappointment because we are so entrapped and still stuck on false ideologies of who we're supposed to be.
Is this shout out to Timberland, Timbo the King? Was it too early for, and I'm saying because the Wades, Gabrielle, D-Wade, they family, right? Was it too early for the son to come out and come to embrace him like that? Because I've seen a lot of people like really give mixed emotions. And the kid has
I have a lot of straight friends, and they have the same feelings. They're like, I think it's too early, mate. I don't know. I think the earlier the better, because if a child is that comfortable to tell their family, I think or I want to identify as this or as that. That's the perfect time when they're younger, so that way you know how to prepare them for an evil world that will say you don't belong and you can't be this way or you can't accomplish this because you're that way. For so long, families, especially Black families, have swept that conversation under the rug. They rather, I don't want to talk about it. We just ain't gonna talk about it. We gonna let them get older. But then
that's wrong. Is that wrong, Lawrence?
That's very wrong because what's gonna happen is when that child becomes of whatever you think their age should be to honor who they are. Mind you, they haven't done anything wrong. They haven't caused harm. They haven't hated anybody. All they want to do is embrace who they are and what they feel. They haven't done anything wrong, but you all decide, oh no, it's too early for that. So when they finally do, whatever age they you think it's okay for them to go ahead and just be who they want to be, that makes you comfortable, because then you're trying to satisfy yourself. This no longer has anything to do with the child. This is about how you feel, your representation of your family, and how your family feels and your friends. It don't have nothing to do with the baby at this point. What happens then is that child has to grow up and become this thing in the world that nobody in their family at home prepared them for. And that is when you meet. That is when you meet depression. That is when you meet. That is when you meet suicide. That is when you meet so many things that is so unfair because you didn't bring this on yourself. So we have to change this idea of what parenting is, especially, and only reason why I say especially in the Black space, in the Black families, is because I'm Black. And I know what that looks like for so many of my friends and myself. We have to change that narrative and that idea of what it means to raise children.
What about Lawrence? How hard it is for churchgoers Now, church going, they say, men, women. I mean, I even seen some churches that say they could change a person from gay to straight. This is false, right?
It's very false, because for anybody to say that or think that, you have to first think that who they are is wrong, and that who God made them to be was a mistake. We all know God does not make mistakes. We know that. So for anybody, a mother, a father, a sister, a brother, an uncle, or anybody to say, oh no, you can be changed, we gonna change that. So you're saying God made a mistake. You're not changing anything. You're not gonna do. I am doing what God placed in me. I am honoring who God called me here to be. Let me be clear. Speaking for myself and my journey navigating to this point in my life as a Black queer individual, I can't say that if I had an option, would I have chose this for it to be so challenging? Hell no. But I chose to. But I chose to be honest, because that feels better for me than living a life that is.
Let's be clear, America and the world. I know the world's watching. Miss Lawrence ain't the first gay person in the world. This is shit been happening since when you see these movies, Alexander the Great and the Roman movies, where they look and there's a bunch of gay boys there and they flirt. This shit been happening a long time, Miss Lawrence.
We are a part of God's plan. So however long anybody has been here, whoever was the first person to walk, and when someone walked behind them, and when the next person walked behind them, and when the next person walked behind them, somebody was gay. Believe that. Believe that.
Look, I'm going to be all over the place because...
That's okay.
There's so much to talk about, but I seen an interview recently, you ain't even know I was watching you, where you was talking about gays in slavery.
Yes.
Break that shit down. That was
so William Dorsey Swann.
Bring it back. I'm talking too much. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. You want to know about... So William Dorsey Swann, I read about him. Someone sent me an article about William Dorsey Swann, who was documented, or has been documented, as one of the first drag queens and openly gay slaves. So he was born around 1850 something. So I think he was a child slave. So it was right before, the Emancipation Proclamation, all that stuff. But he still had to endure slavery. And then later, he honored who he was. He was, very effeminate. He was a drag queen. He had, I forget what they used to call him back then, some kind of balls or something he would have at his house and stuff. He would get raided by the police, and he experienced a lot of police brutality, and you name it. He's been there. So he's been a part of our beginning since we were enslaved. You understand what I'm saying? And so it's just important for people to know that, because people think that this, the being Black and gay just popped up out of the blue somewhere. And it's like, no, we've been here since the beginning. We were a part of, when we talk about our ancestors and what they went through during slavery and the depths and the stripes that they have for us to be free, there was somebody gay that was a part of that. So we don't have room. We don't have the power or the privilege to say that he and people like him, because I'm sure it wasn't just him, don't have as much value as people that identified as straight lives did. That's not fair.
Lawrence, it's kind of weird to me when I see protests, and you're Black, you're African American, and you for the Black Lives Matter, but it seems like the gays march separately. Like it's almost like you march together, but it seems like those the gay Black Lives, like.
Well, let me say this about Black Lives Matter. For those that don't know, a lot of people do know, it was started by Black queer people. Black Lives Matter was started by two black lesbian women. Okay, so let's just be clear. Let's just be clear there. Prior to Black Lives Matter, we had the Civil Rights Movement. A black gay man named Bayard Rustin was Dr. King's senior advisor who orchestrated and organized the March on Washington. So we've always been apart. But you all chose not to acknowledge us because groups chose not to acknowledge us. We have what we call the Gay Liberation Movement that was started by a black trans woman, Marsha P. Johnson. The Black Liberation Movement is what started Gay Pride. So we learned to celebrate ourselves, to resist on our own. We didn't have people to have our backs. So to this day, we still celebrate that. We still celebrate our beginning as being free gay.
Let me tell you a story, right? So, I went to prison for 4 months. No big deal. I got friends that do 20, 30 years. Mm-hmm. But for 3 months, I saw no homosexual activity. Did I say that right? Or
that's fine.
All right.
I don't saw no homosexual activity. Go ahead. It's fine. That wasn't incorrect. Go ahead.
I want to be right about that.
That wasn't wrong, Joe. You good.
And Joe is, macho, straight, whatever. I'm one of them dudes, right?
Yeah.
So shout out my lawyer, Dawn Florio. She came to visit me in Miami, so they let me go visit. I'm in the hallway by myself. There's this elevator, because it's a building, right? Elevator opens up, Lawrence. It's 3 months. I only have 1 more month to go. And the transgender came out, looking like they eventually called the K. Michelle. Big titties, big ass, long hair, and did some shit like this to me. I was like, yo, hold on. I immediately started praying, like, God, Jesus Christ, why you made me see this? Yo, God, oh my God. Like, started praying. Man, I was there. I could just imagine what type of shit. So I go. So the first day, I should have started it with that. The first day I walked into prison, it was 2,000 men working out, whatever. When Fat Joe walked in there, it was 2,000 dudes. Ah! Like, couldn't believe Fat Joe was in there. Right? It was pretty intimidating.
Yeah.
It was probably one of the most intimidating moments I had in 20-something years, because it felt like me against 2,000 guys, right? But it ain't nothing that shook it off. So I'm in the hallway. Nobody sees. I'm the one. God chose to be the transgender first, right?
Mm-hmm.
When that door opened, that shit made it sound like Fat Joe walking in was crickets. They was like, ah! They almost died, right? I've never seen no shit like this. It was the loudest shit I ever heard in my fucking life. I'm looking in there. Guys I thought they were completely straight were doing the kid and play dance. Like, with the foots. Then I seen motherfucking cock diesel dudes dive on the floor sliding like they were mascots of a basketball team. Right? So every day, I wrote a journal every day while I was in there. The title of that night was called It's Raining Men. God never seen no shit like this, man. And then it made me realize, like, yo, a lot of guys are acting like they not, at least in jail, they acting like, but they with the shits.
What does with the shit mean?
Like, they in jail. You ain't really seeing what's going on.
But Joe, let me stop you there. So what you're saying is that you saw men that were masculine performing, that when they saw you, because they love you as an artist and you as a person and what your music might have done for them, they let everything go. Mm-hmm. And you then are like, they not straight. So what you're doing is
they showed me love. I'm saying they screamed loud, but when the transgender went in there, they screamed 100 times louder.
Okay.
They were dancing. They threw a fucking parade.
Oh, okay. I'm following you now.
Like, if anybody who was trying to act like they wasn't gay or wasn't fucking with guys, it was over. It was like out in the box. Oh my God.
She was a legend.
Oh shit. And
say her name.
Hey, Michelle.
Say her name, buddy. She was Mother. And they was letting all you straight motherfuckers know that's Mother. And ain't nobody gonna fuck with her.
I'm gonna tell you some shit. My wife, she loves you, man. And
oh, honey, Lorena, the face and body goddess, honey. Yo, you know I live for Lorena.
I remember one time years ago, I used to coach. Maybe I'm going too far.
No, go.
So I used to coach at the Ruck in Harlem, and so we used to practice at this gym called Menacing in Harlem.
Yeah.
Lorena used to go with me and watch me coach with the guys. And then she came to me one night and she was like, yo, she said, last night she went with Misa. She was like, I went to this gay party. It was crazy. And it was in the gym where you practice everyday basketball. And she was like, the guys in there look like the guys that be sitting at the Rucker. And that shit, I was like, what? She was like, yo, it was. So, I mean, it's out here.
Well, because it's for you all for so long. Society for so long has had, again, this false idea of what gay looks like and then what a straight man looks and acts like. And we've been wrong. People have been wrong. We've been wrong. You don't know. Why does it matter? Oh, you came up in here like a nigga. You gay. Okay. So he didn't meet, that person didn't meet again, this goes back to your own expectations. That has nothing to do with that person. That's your own expectation. You got thrown because the nigga with the muscles and I don't know, the Jordans or whatever he had on, because he wasn't like a nigga with a bunch of bitches and shit, you gag. Because he probably was in the gym voguing or something and y'all lost and couldn't take it.
Let me ask you a question. Celebrities, if we know are gay, or we assume, right? Do you advise them to continue to hide and act like they're not gay? Or is this the time to let themselves be themselves? Like, we know, like the Brat came out last week. We knew the Brat was gay since 1912.
Honey, where's my drink? Because I'm not doing that. But yeah, I will say I never advise people to hide who they are because that's not my story. But I also will not demonize people that do choose to wait till later. Society has really screwed a lot of people up and scared them for embracing and showing the world who they really are. So it's definitely a personalized journey and time thing. You know what I mean? I do believe that so many people have walked and have gone through the fire and through the struggle and the fight for so long that it would really sadden me for anybody to think that they still have to hide who they are. You don't have to. You don't have to anymore. You don't even have to explain anymore. People come out today and I'm gay. So fucking what? So people are like, so what? Now back in the day, somebody came out gay. Oh my God. Well, cancel him. See, this cancel culture shit started a long time ago. Started a long.
Talk about it, Lawrence. Talk about it, Lawrence.
It started a long time ago, and it caused a lot of people to have to live in shame and in silence about who they were, which causes mental illness. We out of one side of our mouth talk about, oh my God, mental illness, we gotta address it. Mental awareness month, da 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 da. The minute someone does something that makes us uncomfortable, that hasn't caused harm to anybody, they haven't said anything, just them choosing to exist how they see themselves, we ready to cancel. This I'm talking about back in the day. We ready to cancel. We ready to give. Oh, they gay. Don't watch. Don't watch that. It was okay when there were sitcoms and shows that used black gay images as a joke. Oh, that was fine because they're just acting and they're acting out what we think gay men are like and what they look like and what they act like. But it wasn't real because the minute your son or your daughter came around that corner and they said they were gay or they act and present it in a way that you think is gay or that you call gay, it's a problem now. It's a problem now. That's still.
Lawrence, let me ask you a question, right? Because this whole thing came about. With my wife telling me they beating up the transgender in Atlanta, and they.
No, she was in Minnesota. Ayala Dior.
Okay, break that down, but not just her. It's happening.
Oh, everywhere. Let's be clear. There's been countless of trans women of color murders. I mean, way too many. I mean, it should be zero, but I mean countless. Far more than we talk about and address. Far more. Far more. And what frightens me for my trans brothers and sisters is that our brothers and sisters won't speak up and won't have our backs. We're trying to figure out what's going on. Why are people hating and killing us? Or killing black trans women or black trans people? It's unfair. Why is that? I don't know why. I don't know the answer why. Again, I don't have that experience. I know about it, so I can speak about what I know. But what I do know and what I see is the lack of response and the lack of support and the lack of people being inquisitive about what's going on and speaking up.
Be killing people for their preference in life and and what I learned is you said, yo, Joe, you got it wrong. The way you've been looking at it is wrong. We are who we are. We're not bothering nobody, picking nobody up. We're not raping nobody, killing nobody. So it's.
What bothers me the most is every time we hear about a trans person being killed, the first thing I hear from my cis brothers and sisters, straight brothers and sisters, is that what you think they did? Did you think they tricked somebody? You think they was tricking somebody? You think they didn't tell us? That's foul. That's so foul to even
so stereotype to say the transgender was acting like she was a female and not telling the guy, and that went wrong. So that's what everybody would think.
That's what people are, and that's wrong because that's not the case. That is not the case. I don't believe. I don't even want to think about the why. I want us to focus on the fact that it happened. That's what we have to focus on, not the why. Not the why. The first question we asked when George Floyd was killed was not, what did he do? It wasn't, what did he do? It wasn't, that came later. Oh, well, he had counterfeit money, or whatever the case may be. We didn't ask, what did Breonna Taylor do? We didn't ask that. We were enraged because someone took our sister, someone took our brother's life in an unjust way. That's not fair. So when one of our trans brothers or sisters or daughters or sons is killed, I don't want the first question to be, what did they do? I want the first reaction, I want the first emotion to be, oh, hell no, we got to do something about this shit. Oh, no, we're going to do something about this. It is not sweeping it under the rug so that we make ourselves comfortable, so that we don't potentially get ridiculed for stepping up or having the backs of someone or a group of people that society for so long has said does not have a space. That is wrong.
I want to send my love to our sister, Bevy Smith. She's
Mother!
Yo, Bevy. What's up, baby?
Bevy is one of so many, but she's very, very special to me as a mother and a real ally. She is someone that is always in the fucking trenches with the girls, making sure we got what we need, making sure we got our visibility, making sure that we are in pursuit of having equity in this fucking space. She does that. And so that's how she gets to be called mother in my book. A lot of people like to claim allyship, and when it's Pride Month in June, they like to run out and put on rainbow outfits and all that type of shit because they think that's what it means to be an ally. They think that in the month of June, oh, this is when I need to go speak on a panel about gay people because, honey, I love gay people. Yeah, Shay, Reed, da-da-da-da. It's so wrong. It's so backwards. It's so false. It's so fake. People like Bevy Smith, people like Shirley Ralph, people like Naomi Campbell, people like so many people, B. Arthur, who's deceased now, but so many people are real allies that be in the trenches that don't give all of that. They don't give all that. They want to make sure we're housed. They want to make sure those that's fortunate that they are housed. Those that can't have an equal opportunity at life because of false ideologies on man and woman, they step up. Real allies step up. What you're doing today is stepping up, acknowledging what your ignorance has been, and saying, no, let's talk about this. You know, this is what allyship is. It's not.
And it's sad that to me, until somebody provides me the proof that somebody like Fat Joe has ever did an interview with somebody like Miss Lawrence like this publicly to discuss this. And it hurts me that it takes this long because I know who I am. You know who you are. And we're family, and there's nothing wrong with embracing family. And it's real. So if you want to look the other way, you want to turn the cheek, this is what's going on. I want to ask you two more questions, right? Your career, I heard you just got picked up. Miss Lawrence, Lawrence, I heard you just got picked up for a big movie, Billie Holiday.
Yes. Shouts out to Lee Daniels.
Tell me about it, man.
Lee Daniels directed and wrote, along with Susan Lori Parks, The United States versus Billie Holiday. Billie Holiday is being played by Andra Day. It's a brilliant story on the war on drugs. It's also extremely relevant to what's going on right now and what has been going on in police brutality and unjust behavior as against Black people. And
what's the role
my character? So it was an honor for me to be a part of the film because my character, who is Miss Freddie was Billie Holiday's, and he was a real person, was Billie Holiday's dresser. He dressed her. He put her in her gowns. Not only did he put her in her gowns, he was a confidant to Billie. He protected Billie. They did they participated in everything together. What made me very sad, the deeper I dug into this character to be able to deliver it, was that there were no images of Miss Freddie. We knew about Miss Freddie because she wrote about him. The people that she was connected to knew him, and they were able, the research team, Lee and everybody, they were able to gather all this information. That's how they learned about Miss Freddie. What saddened me so much is that you didn't get to see what he looked like, which tells me no one wanted to see. No one wanted to see. And like today, back then, that means Miss Freddie was a real source behind a force. When you think about Billie Holiday and her gowns and the flower in her hair and all that means Miss Freddie, this black, gender nonconforming, unafraid, unapologetic man, was behind that. That shit still goes on today. A lot of people think, that's my hairstylist. That's my stylist. That's my decorator. That's my party planner. So they're okay. But when it's time for the party to start, when it's time for the fam dinner to start, honey, where there's only a table for 20, there's no seat for that queen. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, honey. You don't know. My husband, that ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say, I believe, and I won't go there because I can't, but I believe my favorite singer of all time was gay. I won't say his name here no more, but
why?
Huh?
Why can't you say his name?
No, because I won't, but I love him. He's my favorite singer of all time. If my real fans know, they know who it is because he ain't saying so. I can't. He's not with us no more. I'm gonna ask you one last question, and I want you to answer this very honest with me. Is there a gay mafia?
A gay mafia?
This is a Joker moment. Yo, Lawrence, this is a Joker moment. Is there a gay mafia?
There is not a gay mafia that I know of. I don't think that there is some secret hidden gay agenda that's being put out. I don't think that. And it really irks me when I see the comments. I see people like, oh no, that's a gay agenda. Don't fall into that shit. What? Oh, gay people got more stuff from President Obama. What did we get besides the same opportunities that straight people have always had? We were able to get married to one another. We were able to love one another in a public way on paper.
If your loved one was sick, you could be there for them.
Thank you.
That's normal shit.
We are now, the Supreme Court sided with us again on that people, that you can't discriminate against LGBTQ people in the workplace, in the medical fields, you name it. Like that's not doing we're not getting anything greater than what society as a whole, as straight, normal society we just fucking catching up. We just catching up. That's all we doing. And guess what? Hold on. We're catching up, and all it says is that legally we can't be discriminated against. Legally we can get married. That doesn't say that discrimination still won't happen to us. That means it happens in a disguise. The same way racism is in a disguise in a lot of ways now. But we are so smart and clever as people of color, as black people. You can't get us. You can't get over on us. We see what the fuck is going on. We know what's going on. So, go ahead.
Thank you for coming on the show. I appreciate you. I love you. Your family. You know that. I think a lot of people learned a lot today. I learned a lot.
I hope so.
A lot of people learned a lot today. And this is just one step forward to people having this discussion because it's there, bro. You can't run away from it. You know, people been running away from it all their life. My mother's tuned in. My mother was like,
Hey, Mom.
Mom Dukes wanted to learn. I mean, you know, everybody, I think a lot of people learned today, man. So thank you.
Thank you.
In the Billie Holiday movie.
And you know I have a new single out. Have you heard my song?
We're going to play it. We're going to play it. Listen, Lawrence, I also heard a rumor you're going to play Stewart.
Who the fuck is Stewart? Sylvester. That's also a rumor to me as well. I don't know. I've been hearing that, you know, hopefully, you know, I love Sylvester. I've studied him, you know. I'm preparing. If I get the call, I'll be ready. Shouts out to Anita Wilson too. I see her. She one of the producers, and her husband Rick Robinson, incredible gospel artist, by the way, that produced my song. Say her name.
All right, we gonna play that now. Yo, we love you, Lawrence. Thank you for this.
I love you, Joe. Thank you so much.
Bye. Okay.